Ashin Denshin, heart to heart, mind to mind. It's your boy Telepathy 93, and this is my channel. Exercise your demons. And what have I got to say today? Well, little bit. So I would say, like, this is the second time I'm recording this because I run out of space. So I'm gonna try recap as well as I can. I was saying that I was freestyling earlier, just taking a mic because I was listening to some beat from Meek Mill, and I was like, I'm gonna change my name to Mick Mills, but not like Mick, more like McDonald's, McMeelz, instead of Meek Mills kind of thing. Had a little bit of fun doing that. Like, I weren't trying to be Meek Mills, I was just chatting shit. My girlfriend all fell asleep, but it is what it is. Now, after that, when everyone went bed, I picked up my Bible, started reading through Kings, because I'm still in kind of Solomon, but when I was reading it, I got to, like, Solomon's gold, and I was surprised, because 1 Kings 10:14 says, now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold. And I was like, where have I heard this number 666 before? And it brought me back to Revelations. I was like, yeah, that's the mark of the beast kind of thing, the same number. So it made my mind boggle a bit. I was like, ooh, go to Google, do a little research, and it was kind of interesting what I found out, what people were trying to say. Like, it was all personal though, it weren't like proper church talk, it was just like a blog. Oh, now I was like, raw, something's not right, but as I read on more, I was like, oh, this is the descent of Solomon, like, because Solomon had all that wisdom, and he had built the house of the Lord, he had the kingdoms, he's building palaces, he done a lot of building, and he started making a lot of wealth. He was just seen by the Queen of Sheba, and the Queen of Sheba said to him, like, Ra, she's surprised because your wealth is actually, your wisdom, not your wealth, your wisdom surpasses what she even thought, like what she had heard, like, so his legend surpasses him kind of thing. Like, King Solomon was more wise than even the people who reported back to the Queen of Sheba, explained to the Queen of Sheba, so she came and saw it for herself. But after that, he started making loads of gold, he built a navy, he started getting into being a merchant and like business, he started doing businesses and stuff, which isn't really his descent, but that number popping up, I was like, raw, it's just one of them things. Like, for me, it was like an omen, and then from there he has like 700 wives and 300 concubines. I don't know if this is accumulated since then or how much he had when he met the Queen of Sheba, but like, that was the second thing, and they led him away from the Lord because they started worshipping the gods of the Zidonians and the Moabites and the Edomites, and like gods that abhorred the Lord of Israel anyway. So he lost his kingdom over that. Like, the Lord gave 10 tribes away to Jeroboam. He anointed him the king of 10 tribes and left 2 tribes to David, which is probably the house of David, like the tribe that was mainly that tribe, and Jerusalem. It didn't really make sense because they're not tribes, but I don't know, like Jerusalem and the other tribe for David, and I was like, wow, it's crazy. But I was just thinking, you know what, you can never be too wise, innit? And as wise as you are, when you start to incorporate things like wealth and women, and you're overindulging in these things, you lose your wisdom. Like, for some reason, he had forgot God after all these things that God has done for him, and that's like, I would say, a cardinal mistake. Whenever you're blessed, always remember the Lord. Like, I think, and that cost his house from being the kings over all 12 tribes of Israel. And that's where I'm going to end that one. Then yesterday, I didn't make a video, but I had like, this never happens to you. I might have one dream that connects to the next time I fall asleep. Like, I wake up, I fall asleep, and I'm back in the same dream. So maybe a 2-part dream. But yesterday, I fell asleep about 4 times. Like, I woke up, fell back asleep, and I fell into the same dream. Like, this dream wasn't ending until like the 5th time I fell asleep, and then I had a completely it was like the same dream but in a different location. I'm not even going to go through the dream because I haven't really confirmed the dream like that. I don't really understand the dream. I'm still trying to get my head around it. I haven't even wrote it down. It's just in my head. And I'm just thinking on it, like, has that ever happened to you? If you see this, do you ever have a dream and you wake up, then you go sleep, you're in the same dream, you wake up, you go sleep again, or someone wakes you up and you go sleep? The worst part is it was like after the school run kind of times, like 4 o'clock, like I just felt mad tired. I went to the bed, started coughing, like I felt a bit funny, laid down, went into this dream, woke up, like it was just a weird one. Like, I took it as a vision in that sense, but it wasn't, I don't feel like it was regarding the world like that. I feel like it was more personal in that sense. Like, who knows, I might wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna pray on it, I might be like, yeah, maybe it's for the world to hear, but until I understand what I'm kind of telling the world, I'm just gonna keep it to myself for a moment. Like, you know me, I'll do my little dream post. I had a weird dream, like I do these ones, but when the time's right. Anyway, I hope you're blessed, you're good, you're in good health. Pardon me. You're not going through no super warfare or anything stupid or silly that you feel oppressed by. Yeah, I've got some ingrown hairs and they're getting on my nerves, man, but it is what it is. Peace.